Hello and welcome to my new channel. I did it. All my existing subscribers are very much not into this. If you're on the channel, please subscribe. I need your help so that YouTube recognizes this as legitimate, so that I can get a custom URL and start monetizing all the other boring stuff that I don't want to have to do. Anyway, it's Thursday night and I've got a head start on the David Astle for this week. Alright, let's do this, you son of a bitch. Always great. I look forward to these every week, and they cause me endless frustration. Let's see how long this takes. Splitting garden party and insult. See, an insult is a jape? Huh. I'm wondering if this means it's just a type of fish and you see two of them. Okay, I think paywalls meant P and Y because the walls of pay. Before end of page, as in the letter E, to give us the 8 letters we need. I think it's more likely to be a verb here, though it'll be a phrase meaning to creep up on something, or I'm seeing end of page as age, so it could even be a historical era. Can't be bronze, can't be iron. Is there a paper age? A diamond age? No, those are anniversaries. Joint health centre. I'm drinking a very sour farmhouse cider tonight. I'm pretty sure these are from Tasmania. Yes, they are. 2 meter tall. Not sponsored. Something that was available from the boutique bottle shop here in Singapore. Shout out to Temple Cellars. Island Brewery can cut packaging. I think Island, and then you want to take a brewery, speaking of Temple Cellars, but it won't be the word brewery, it will be another word for brewery. Miller? Friends possibly bind tag along dainty frills. I'm seeing dainty frills is going to be a D and a Y. Friends possibly. Could be friends, possibly, as in it's an example of what friends can be, but it might have something to do with the sitcom even. Monica Geller? Nah. Classic blemish. What's a classic blemish? A slip on a banana peel. Or a chocolate stain. A chocolate stain gives us the letters we need. It could be an anagram of stopped dirt. Oh, this car design could be an anagram of this car. One of them is going to be, see, again, just because of the vagueness of the language. He's always very artful in his choice of the indicator for the anagram. That's always going to be carefully chosen so it's not as clear as you want it to be. Fixed main eye. I suspect the literal is going to be gradually. What are some phrases that mean gradually? Nothing. Farm what you will. Suspect this will be some kind of pun. What's a word for farm? I'm thinking harvest. Is this like a reap what we sow kind of thing? Furiously warm to pot. How are we going for times? Where was I with the Thursday? I would have been at least halfway through by now. Nothing's coming to me. Yanks covered French with roofs over tubes. It could be the French with what's the French? Oh right, it's avec is damn. So I've got the German in my head, German with is mit, and I've got the Italian in crowding there as well. Get out! Get out, I'm trying to get the French. I never learned French, so you just pick up bits and pieces from menus and movies. Is avec with? If this were live, you could help me out. As it's not, I don't know why I'm bothering to ask you. It helps you find devious robber. It helps you, could just be an aid, devious robber. Okay, so I think anagram of robber. What if it helps you find is the literal? So what? I'm thinking of divining rods, which I only ever heard about in BC comics. I read a lot of comics when I was a kid, but it was never stuff that other kids read. Other kids read all the superheroes. I never read any of that. I read all the stuff that was in the paper all the time. I had piles of Garfield books and the Far Side cartoons. That's one I don't regret. Wasting my time reading Garfield and Wizard of Id and Sunday Snake, and I think it was just because we had them. What's a word for wet? Drenched. You put BB in there. BBER. It helps you find. I'm thinking about flashlights. Troubled by football sides. Football sides could likely be FL. Now reserve could be any number of things. Could be a park. Could be another word for park. Tear, petrol, could be tier. Petrol supply beneath drive. I'm just gonna cut all of this, aren't I? Why bother showing you the bits where I'm just talking if I'm not actually solving anything? Voter is thrown into turmoil, admitting elected leader has hidden agenda. I think a hidden agenda. Ulterior motive is a hidden agenda, and I think I can see how we do it. Ah, thank goodness. Here we go. Turmoil is 7 letters. Voter is 7 letters. And the leader of elected is the letter E. That gives us the last letter we need. And there's going to be an anagram. I don't need to check. Motives, of course, because voter is. I probably should write it out, but it's not going to be anything else. That's a good one. Nice anagram, well phrased. A voter is thrown into turmoil, admitting elected leader had hidden agenda. See how it's all political? All the words, they share a theme, even on a micro level within each clue. God, I'm being so sycophantic. I hope he never watches this. I just think I'm just such a sad fanboy. Spoonerism, here we go. I've been looking forward to a spoonerism so I can explain them. You know what a spoonerism is? A well-boiled icicle is a well-oiled bicycle. So you just have to think of one of them and then spoonerize it to get the answer. Spooner's nurse coupling mouth. So nurse coupling, feed duo, deed buo. What's a mouth? Well, hang on, what's a 3-4 phrase for mouth? Or the mouth? Or is it lip sync? To nurse is to sip, if you're nursing a whiskey, and coupling is a link, like a chain. So to mouth something is to lip sync. Ah, that's so satisfying. Because it's not just solving the spoonerism. It's the extra step you have to go to see mouth as a verb. Oh, yum. Oh, I just want to chew on that for a little bit longer. Picking up snack. I am condescending for stall. Picking up is one that David Astle likes to use for homophones. So picking up snack means hearing it. So what's a snack? Snack, I am condescending. Condensing for stall. I think stall might be a verb here as well, to slow down, to hold up, to... What's a snack? Bill's partner. I hope it's Ted. It'd be wonderful if it's Ted. He keeps up, too. Can't get any modern pop culture past him. Is Rin Tin Tin? Is the Rin Tin one word, and then the tin separate, because that'll fit. It could be any kind of bill. Could be Hillary. It could be a bill becoming a law. What needs to accompany a bill? Does it have a partner? I don't know how politics works. The only time I actually had any idea how a bill became a law was when the plebiscite happened, because we were following it minute by minute to make sure that it got through Parliament, and it became a law. Close to party, could be Y, injected really famous, and then it could just be a dog. What are your famous dogs? Lassies. Bill's partner could also be Coo. It might just be a kind of dog. Yeah, I think I got all the ideas in my head that I need, but I can't get them. Section to go into report. I need some cross letters, but I feel like I can already sense the double meaning here. Section could be a verb, as in to institutionalize, but I think that's a little too British. And to be honest, I only know the word from Peep Show. That's a good episode. To go into report could just be to go into depth of something, to deconstruct kind of thing. Carrot I have. At least I got 2 clues. Oh my god. 20 minutes. Carrot I have happening to make money up front. Carrot. Carrot could be like a temptation or an incentive. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Happening is in, make money is sent, and I have is I've. And carrot there is an incentive. Carrot is the literal and used in the metaphorical. Wait, is that a metaphor? It's a turn of phrase. How would you describe that? It's not really a metaphor, it's quite literal. You dangle a carrot in front of a donkey. Idiom? Idiom. Defiant. No, but an idiom is a colloquial metaphor, which I know from Archer. Defiant retort, so why, as misconstrued. This is better than last week. I got 3 downs before getting to the end. I still got 4 more clues to go. Look at me. This may just be an anagram of so why as Howie S. What's a defiant retort? Show? Says who? Defiant retort. It's always impressive that he can think of a literal definition for a phrase like that. That is undeniably connected to that, but when would you ever say, oh, he gave a very defiant retort? He said, says who? Good writing. Ugh, I'm such a suck-up. God, it's disgusting. Warmer golf off Whyalla. Could this just be an anagram of Whyalla? Halloween. So warmer is a comparative adjective, but could a warmer just be a noun, like, you know, a scarf or a beanie? How does golf fit in then? Nah. Symbol of transport terminal in Amsterdam. Might be a place in Amsterdam. Transport terminal is T, so if there's a 4-letter word for symbol, sign, and then you put a T on the end of it, and the only reason I think that is because Dutch words kind of look like that. You know, Utrecht is a place in Amsterdam. It's a place in Holland. It's not in Amsterdam. It would, if it was in Amsterdam, then Amsterdam would be crushed by it. Could be the other way around as well. Transport terminal though, the terminal letter of transport, I think that's going to be T. Maybe a word for tram or something in Dutch, but not sure. 24 across is in a decline. Oh, so I think it might be a word for decline, and it's just going to be taken from the inside of this word. Why don't we get back there and see? Okay. It helps you find devious robber. What if it's an anagram of robber, which gives us 6 letters, plus regular crook would give us 7, 8. Then it could be surrounded by the blanket of the word wet, which is WT. So if it ends in a T, starts with a W, but what else goes WE that's not wet, that has those letters? Could be web. It helps you find, I feel like this might be an usher or a... It is a web. It's a web browser. There we go. Brilliant. Ah, here we go. So a decline is an ebb, because it's right there. It's inside 24 across. Oh boy. Look at me. I'm moving like lightning. Furiously warm to... It's all going to fall apart now. Yanks. Covered French with roofs over tubes. Is this going to be tubes? Wove. There's only so many words that'll fit there. There's wave, wavy, wive. Wive is probably not going to be it because that's a verb. Unless it's wives as a plural, then wive is the verb to wive someone. I don't see a phrase starting with that. Yeah, I think it is going to be wave because then that's where we get avec. What's without then? Sin. And orne is without in German. Sin is... Con is Spanish. What's the French word for without? It's getting all convoluted up there in the cobwebs of my stupid brain. Let's put it in, because I think it is. Roofs over tubes. Oh. Tubes as in barrels. The roofs of them are the crests. So wait, roofs is the plural here. Ah, you know what? That's fine. Probably wrong. Yanks is rests, to wrest something from their hand. And then it covers the French word for with, which is avec. La, di, da. Classic blemish. Where does this end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that I see the C and the M and the S, I'm wondering, does this mean there's perhaps an anagram of classic blemish? That's 14 letters, 7 and 7, behind this car design. But this car design could also work here. If we take the R out of that, ooh, if you anagram the rest of it, you get a Christ. And then, what's a classic blemish? It's just a classic, isn't it? It's a Christmas carol. It must be. How is it? A Christ. Okay, so blemish stops dirt circulating. Classic is the literal, just that one word. Classic. So blemish, I can't see why. I need to look at it. Hang on. Mascar. Is a blemish a scar? And it stops dirt circulating. Loam. Loam, loam, loam. That's a real word? I always thought Todd made it up in BoJack Horseman. There you go, a Christmas carol. So this car design gives us the A, Christ, and then a blemish is a scar. It's a benign word for scar. What's that blemish on your side? I had my appendix out. And it stops, as in it fills in, dirt, loam, but circulating, meaning it's backwards. And it gives us classic. It's wonderful. See, this follows the rule strictly. A cryptic clue should have a literal definition, a cryptic element, and nothing else. There's no word wasted here. There's no extra bits. You know, sometimes on Wednesday, they've clearly had two possibilities for the cryptic bit, and they've left them both in. They haven't bothered editing. So you see the literal, and then a cryptic, and then another cryptic. You're like, and when you piece it together, you're like, but they've just clued this thing 3 times. Not an anagram. Off, why, Allah. Warmer, as in friendlier. Scarcer. Gonna have a look at this one. Ooh, here we go. 3, 3, 2, 1. 3, 3. Oh, it's an at. 1 day at. Must be 1 day at a time. Oh, it looks like it's an anagram. Oh, no kidding. It's just an anagram of that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there's the rest of it. 1 day at a time. Fantastic. Low and steady, am I right, ladies? Joined health set. Oh goodness, that's a quote. Again, I'm just thinking about BoJack Horseman now. You know, Lenny Turnbull, the old Hollywood producer who was around hundreds of years old. Great character. You all seen it? Just watch the show. It's a good show. I think the literal has to be refinement. Just because it ends in a Y. Aristocracy or refinement. Hopefully it means refinement, not in a class sense. You know, it's going to mean refinement of cider, filtration, clarification. He's creeped to tiptoe. Wait, no, he's creeped just tippy-toe. To creep is to tippy-toe. The PY there is the paywalls. Upset. How do we get this? I can't quite justify it yet, but I think there's a good chance. You know what? Digital format. We have the freedom to leave it there until we find out it's wrong. What's a snack? That Tessa Thompson, she's a snack. Don't think he's using snack like that, though. He keeps up, but maybe not that much. Bill's partner. Oh, I think it is going to be Cooper. Need to think of some famous dogs. Wait. All those O's. If Bill's partner is the literal, then close to party could be Y. Injected. Close could be near. Injected. Party could be a do. Is very commonly clued. Injected really famous dog. There could be a Toto. Bills. See, once you get into it, the endless possibilities. Like already I thought of 4 or 5 different things that could be Bill's partner. All the different Bills. Could be Clinton. It could be a Bill becoming law. Could be Bill and Ted. Could be Bill and Coo. Close. Close could be near. Close could be the end. Party could be a do. Close to party could just be the letter Y. Injected really famous dog. I think that could be a Toto, or really famous, I think, could just be big, and dog could be cur. So what am I supposed to do with all of that? Furiously warm something. Furiously warm. Rub your hands together till sparks shoot off. Fire? Time. What goes 5-1? What kind of phrase has a single letter at the end? That is often shorthand for IE. So IE found in, it's a pit, like a gully. Did alright with the 15 there. Dainty frills. If that's a D and a Y, friends, comrades. Whenever I see an O and there's a second last letter, I always think it could end in TION. I think friends, possibly. You just think acquaintances. Could it be an anagram of friends? Fiends, and then R at the end. Troubled, probably literal. Right, football sides. Football sides could be the Roman numeral for the amount of people on a football team. If you said a cricket team, it'd be 11. Yeah, if you said cricket side, it could mean the letters XI. And when he says football, is he referring to rugby union, which he played, which would be XV, troubled by football sides. But what does he mean by football? Because he could mean soccer. Could be dormant, unexploding. Could be a study of refinement. It'll end in, if it ends R space Y, it could be an RCY. Joined could be wed. Health center is AL. Wheedle, to acquire cold study. To acquire cold. Wed, Wheedlercy. Met Oh, metallurgy? Is that spelt with 2 L's? If you join someone, you met them. The health center is AL. The cold is the lurgy. Study of refinement is metallurgy. That's really good. I would never have got study of refinement as the literal without the help. Metallurgy. That's brilliant. It was indeed that kind of refinement. Joined is met. Health center is AL. And those acquire cold, which is lurgy. That's delightful. Tear petrol supply beneath drive. It's just, it just doesn't make sense that you're going about your week getting the paper every day, doing the crossword, and Thursday comes before Friday. Someone commented that I was being too mean. I don't mean any disrespect to the setter, but as far as I know, they've just been... How do you front up to the same workplace, doing the same job as the guy who makes these, and think, yeah, we're peers. Yeah, we're colleagues. They not. That probably is mean. I don't care. Boring. And there's mistakes in them. Could drive be Vim. Could be Gusto. Petrol supply. Petrol supply beneath. Could a petrol supply be a well? If you're splitting, you could be off. Like if you're leaving. I'm splitting. I'm off. No. In reserve could be spare? With the question mark there, maybe dormant is a cheeky way of saying in bed. So if it's B-E-D, if you have the B and the E there, and then spare, beflasped. If spare went there, where do we get the A from? Look, it's not a word, I know that. Right, before you start commenting. If park goes there, what are those hand warmers? A heater. What's a warmer golf? I hope it's not geography. Wait, I don't think it could be a real golf, because what's a warmer golf? What are you comparing it to? The Gulf of the Gulf War in Iraq is probably warmer than a golf in, say, Ireland, but then do you have golfs up there? You know, Scotland and Scandinavian countries, you've got fjords. I don't know if you have golfs, though. No, I don't even know what a golf is. Is it an inlet? Is it an isthmus? Words lost all meaning. Don't we get this one? Oh, it's just hit me. To stall is to buy time. Snack is bite. Well, hang on, where do we get the E from, though? I am condensing. I guess if you pick up snack, you hear bite, B-I-T-E. How do we get it? Hang on, I'm sure it works. I am condensing for stall. Picking up snack is bite. I am... You know what? I can't see why the E is there necessarily, but it's definitely the answer. Gotta just be a place in Amsterdam. Surely. What if a symbol is a totem? So transport terminal is the extra T. What's totem? What if transport gives us the T and you don't need terminal, and a terminal in Amsterdam is a train station or something? Or what if it's the Dutch word for airport terminal? Now whatever it is, let's see what 19 across is. Farm what you will. What you will, whatever, what have you. Is it going to be a pun about your last will and testament? Like what you bequeath. What are other words for farm? Like ranch. About it, right? Something that you will into being. You prophesy. You wish for. I can't see it. This is very successful for an hour. Hopefully this doesn't take me another 2 hours. We got the L there. Hang on, we got that B. So let's look at this. Squilly bulb. Twin fish. Double. It's got to be double. Twin. What's found in a pit? Is it going to be a twin fish, meaning a double something, whereas twin, the word for double, it's got to be double. What's got pits? Avocados have pits. What's a fish that starts with B? Can't think of it. Assuming that's a D. It is a tier. Petrol supply gives us supply. Yeah, I guess. Supply. I've seen him do this before. Supply is an anagram indicator because it's not supply. It's supplely, the adverbial form of the adjective supple. So if you make petrol supple, you anagram it beneath drive, which is just the letter D, like you'd see in a car. Wonderfully done. That's very nice. Petrol supply. Petrol supply. Every anagram indicator carefully chosen. It is an O. Great. Honcho's back. Is the O. What happens when you do something furiously? And what ends in O? Tally-ho. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be some old-fashioned phrase. What do we do with a T here? Ah, it's looking more like T-I-O-N, isn't it? Tidation Crandy. We're going to go see if we make that an anagram. Tag along could be a company. Company? No, it doesn't fit. Comrades, companions, company, chums, double bird. Alright, if that is coup, double back is to reverse, but double bill. Oh, I was just thinking double bill is theatrical term, and as soon as I thought of the theatre, I thought of how I could justify pit. It's an orchestra pit. It's a double bass. Twin fish is double bass. Bass, four-letter word for fish, starts with a B. Should have got there. So something that's found in an orchestra pit is a double bass. Lovely. There's your famous dog. Bill's partner is coup. So what else do we have? Close to party is Y. Wait, how do we do it? Bill's partner is coup. How do we get a B there? I'm not sure why we can do it. It's definitely Scooby-Doo. Bill's partner is coup. That's as much as I can get. I can't rationalize it, but it must be a... Knowing that's a D means that's probably a Y. Better take it out, because it might be throwing me. Crowds would fit. Friends. Familiar crowds. What's a brewery? A malt house. Bootlegger? What's a section? A part. A dissection. Magnification. That's not a shin, it's an ent. Probably going to be an M-E-N-T. Debriefment. Not department. Discarpment. Compartment. A section is a compartment. To go is to part, and a report is a comment. So a section is a compartment. To go is part, and you just put that into comment. Deceptively simple, but you still have to go a long way to find the synonyms. Friends. It is the show Friends. It's a situation comedy. It's a sitcom. There's the dainty frills. As soon as I saw that M, I was like, it's a comedy. Must be. Possibly bind. Tag along could be come. How do you get... Oh, a bind. If you're in a bind, then you're in a situation. Very good. I like it. Is it Cuba? And if it is, why? The closer I get, the more difficult this will become. C there messes me up a bit because I keep thinking of words that would end in C-K-E-R. There's no room for that. Very happy with this time so far. Don't want this to bloat. You know what? I think I need another break. I am gonna stop this and go rest my brain. Just went and did some mindless internet surfing for a bit. Rested my brain, filled it with garbage. Now I can start filtering it out again. There's a bar called Scuba. There's probably one in every capital city, because it's an obvious pun. Just gonna write it in. Is a farm gonna be an estate? Transport could be to tote, and the terminal in Amsterdam is the letter M. I had the terminal attached to the wrong thing. Pretty sure it's totem. It's a symbol. If that's an M? Warmer. Spencer? I'm Googling it, don't care. Spencer Golf. Hello, hello. And now we're learning. Oh, of course it's in South Australia. You know, to see a name like Wyala and not have immediately thought, oh, of course, it's in Australia. But why is Spencer warmer? A Spencer is a piece of clothing. Oh, dating from the 1790s. Oh, of course, why didn't I think of that? Adopted popular women's fashion, both sides of the Atlantic, for a period of 30 years, 200 years ago. Great, we've learned something today, haven't we? Estate? What you will. What you will is your estate. Your estate. When you die, all your stuff, that's your estate. Farm is definitely an estate, but in the same way that any plot of land is an estate. No. I think I should try in the morning. I got 20 minutes to get this under 2 hours. Okay, it's the morning now. Baby was up at 5, so been a rough night. But I am confident that I've got one of the remaining ones in the shower. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, the time has dropped back to 1. Wait, did it save all my progress? No, it did not. Oh, well, that's mixed, I guess. This was situation comedy. Okay, so we're down to the last 3. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that fits. Okay, so I was thinking about words for troubled. I hit on beleaguered, and it's got league in it. So football sides, it wasn't about the letters or about how many on a single team, but it was like all of the sides from football, and that'd be here. Wait, all of the sides in reserve? Does that mean the entire league? Or is reserve R or RE? I got the sides attached to the wrong thing. Troubled is the literal. Football is league, and sides in reserve is the RE, and I was right from the get-go that while dormant means in bed. It's a really cheeky way to say it. Great. So beleaguered is troubled. And what else did I think of? So this, we got ending in B. Splitting garden party. It's an insult. What would that be? An M? Lamb? Barb? Barb could be an insult. It could be an R. Garden party is a barbecue. If you split it in half, you just get barb. Take away the EQ. That's an insult. Great. Alright. Thank you, shower brain. I think furiously has to be the end. Just a baby crawling around. Do you want to say hello? Here's my little Valencia. Who was up at 5 o'clock? Who was up at 5 o'clock? Who wouldn't go back to sleep until I read her 5 stories? Who was that, Valencia? You're just admiring yourself in the screen now, aren't you? Yeah, you're just having a little admire. Oh, my precious little Valencia. Let Daddy finish the crossword. If you warm to someone, you like them. If you do something furiously, you do it like that could be an adverbial phrase. Dealio. Is some olden day phrase that I don't know. Silly? Is pot silly? I'm almost certain it's just this. I don't want to look yet. Billy. Pilly? Nilly? Billy? Gilly? Billy. Could it be Billy? Particularly, I reckon it's a Y. Like Billy. Oh, yes! Brilliant. Okay, that time is not accurate. Closer to 1 hour 50, I guess. Amazing. Finished it Friday. Nearly finished it last night. Beleaguered. Yeah, so often you just need the rest because your brain's exhausted and... No, you do need the rest, Valencia, I promise you. I'm going to take a break and hopefully get a chance to edit this and score it before the day is through. But we'll see, because she's not going to go down for her nap. She's not going to nap. She didn't wake up till 8:30 because she woke up at 5 and wanted to read her some stories. It's been a great day so far. But I finished the Friday, so silver linings. Thanks for watching. And yeah, if you're enjoying this, you're watching it on my new channel, so please subscribe so that I can get enough followers so that I can make this a venture that I actually pursue and don't give up on immediately. See ya!